Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the Crypto Forecast. So yesterday I released new updates for all the altcoins or most of the altcoins that we are looking at in the premium areas. And I wanted to release one of these altcoins for free on YouTube the next day, which is today. So I made a poll on the free Telegram channel yesterday asking you guys to vote for which altcoin you wanted to see on YouTube next day. And we had Bitcoin Cash here with 37% of the votes. We had Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, the total market cap, and then I don't care about the altcoins. We still had 5% of people voting for this one. But anyways, the winner was Bitcoin Cash, so we're gonna take a look at the updates that I did yesterday for members. So a little bit of history here from previous updates. We've been buying Bitcoin Cash, or I have been buying Bitcoin Cash at least, and I have been sharing every entry on the member areas. So the first one was here at $150. The thing ended up going down lower, but I specified I was not going to sell it. I was not using stop losses. And then we got a new target at 110. So I loaded up again at 110. And then I just rode the whole thing up here. I took just a little bit of profit here at this peak at 350 more or less. And then I gave another buy entry at the golden cross here where the 200 and the 50 moving averages are crossing. I said this is a golden opportunity to buy the cross because the price is bouncing into the cross. So I bought at around $240 and then I rode it, and then I was just waiting, and after so long consolidating here at 400, I said I'm in one of these little crashes here at the end. I said I'm gonna buy at 400 because I think this is gonna break in the upside. So I want to be in before this happens, and it ended up breaking in the downside actually. So my last entry wasn't perfect, but this one wasn't perfect either, right? At 150 I bought and it ended up going to 110. What's important, you're not gonna get every single dip perfect, but it's important to buy. If it goes lower, then you buy more than when you bought before, and so soon you're gonna be breaking even and soon you're gonna be in profit. So that's the little history of all the updates that we have here in the premium areas. If you scroll down, I've been sharing all this that I just explained here, with charts and explanation. So going back to the present, to today's charts. So this is exactly what I shared with members yesterday. I shared these exact drawings. The price was exactly at $300, and I said the entry is now. This is the expected target, but really, if we are in early stages of the bull market, so if you don't want to take profits, I don't think I will be taking profits anytime soon, but this would be an estimated target or an expected target. Really, the target in the upside is just an estimation. I really personally don't have a target in the upside, but the entry was yesterday at 300, and the stop loss, of course, is always below the previous low here. Which would be also below the 200-day moving average, which is one of the most significant moving averages out of all the time frames. The 200-day moving average is very, very significant. So if we start going below the 200-day moving average, that is going to be very bearish. In any case, I would wait for candles to close below it. At least one daily candle closing below it and the next candle opening below it. I wouldn't have how do you say that? I wouldn't have an automatic stop loss right below the previous low. I would be actually monitoring, and babysitting my trade because it could wick below it and then end up closing all the way back up at $300 as well. So I wouldn't be using automatic stop losses in this case. I would be monitoring the trade. If you are doing the day trade, I am not personally. I only buy and hold, and I don't use the stop losses. But this was a very, very good entry opportunity because we are at long-term support, which is this red thick line here. This is long-term support. This is the third touch. So I give more probability that this line is going to hold it and bounce it than not break down. Now, of course, it could break down because markets can do anything they want. So if we start closing below the previous low and below the 200-day moving average, which is around the same level, then the thing is going to start getting dangerous, and we could actually go and test these, these really significant downtrend line, which is the downtrend line that's been dictating the entire bear market for 1 year. And sometimes it happens. If you go and look at the history chart for Bitcoin or even other altcoins in the previous cycle in 2013, 15, you see after they bottom and they break outside this main downtrend resistance, they go and test it again before continuing the bull market. So this is possible. I don't think it's going to happen because we already had a test here and a very big bounce. So I think that's it. I think this was the test. I think this was the last opportunity to enter cheap. But like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. If we start closing below the 200-day moving average, then I think we are going to actually test this downtrend resistance, and this is going to be as low as 129, 130, more or less. I have this buy box here just in case this happens. This would be like, the good news is that we would have another opportunity to buy Bitcoin Cash very cheap if this was to happen. However, like I said, I find this to be the least probable scenario. I think from here we are bouncing, and I think this long-term support, the red thick line, I think this line is going to hold. So buying when the price is touching this line, anywhere that the price is near this line, I think this is the time to buy. This is the buy entry here. What else I have to explain? Yeah, also if we break down actually this number here, this 129, it's not a made-up number. It's actually a target from a bear flag that it's currently forming here. If you see the pole and the flag, so if it does break, this is the target, 129, which would be if it breaks at around, at mid-August or, in a couple of weeks or so, or in 10 days or so, this would be the target. So it's not like I made up this number here. If you draw a line from, the pole, and then you put it here on the breakdown level, you see you get that target. So it's not like a made up number. This would be an actual target. Now, another thing I wanted to comment, guys, I said this in my video yesterday for Bitcoin BTC. We are seeing a lot of fake outs in the downside. It's very possible we touch, we break this support here, this red line. It's possible we break support, the stop loss is hit, just to bounce on the next support and go to the moon. It happens. We're having a lot of fake outs, so it's not going to be happening in every trade, but it does happen sometimes. So you have to have that into account. It could go down, hit your stop loss, just to go a little bit lower here to the support at 230, and then moon from here and get back inside the, above support again. It could happen. We could see fake outs in the downside. We've seen so many for Bitcoin BTC recently, so that's what's happening lately. It could happen as well for Bitcoin Cash. But this is what I have for the short term. So the entry was yesterday when I shared this, actually, for the record. You can see here, when I shared this, we were exactly at the entry. The price was exactly 305. And well, so far it's bouncing. I think it's going to bounce here on this support. And I'm just going to give you a little hint here, because there's a reason why I updated all the altcoins yesterday. Yesterday was a special day for all the altcoins. Guys, I'm not talking about the altcoins very much because I know the attention is on Bitcoin BTC. I know the dominance, the Bitcoin BTC dominance is still bullish. So that's why I'm focusing on Bitcoin. But yesterday was a special day for the altcoins because all of them, at least the ones that I look at, no, I don't know the smaller ones, but the ones that I look at, all of them are at long-term support. So I'm not going to show you my drawings. I'm not going to give away all my premium content, but just a hint, pay attention, because all the altcoins are exactly at their long-term supports. And Bitcoin Cash is a very new chart. It's a very young chart, but other, other altcoins that have more history, they are at very, very long-term supports, even support from 2016, like they are at main diagonal supports right now. So yesterday was a special day to update all the altcoins because there's some good golden entries right there. Again, not guaranteed. If these supports in general for altcoins, if these supports break down, then get ready because it means it'll probably take forever to recover. But that's the reality of trading. That's why we have stop losses. And I'll leave it here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon.